Hello everyone, it's a good day. So for those who want to play Bayonetta Origins Cereza and the Lost Demon into your PC but don't know how to do that, this is a perfect video tutorial for you to watch, because this video tutorial is for those people that don't own a Nintendo Switch and want to play the game into your PC. So what you need is that you'll need to have all those files here that I have highlighted in my desktop. You should have these files into your PC, and that you also install the latest build of Ryujinx Emulator. As of recording this video tutorial, 1.1671 is the latest build. And I have played Bayonetta's Origins Cereza and the Lost Demon here, 24 minutes, and it runs perfectly in Ryujinx Emulator. So for those who don't know what is Ryujinx Emulator is a Nintendo Switch emulator that can play Nintendo Switch games into your PC as long as you have all these files here installed in Ryujinx Emulator. So without these files, Ryujinx Emulator cannot play Switch games, okay? So first of all, I'm going to teach you where to get Ryujinx. To do this, open a web browser, just type in Ryujinx Emulator and hit search. And go to ryujinx.org. That is our official website. Click on that. That is usually the first result. And then go to get started. And then if you are using Mac, your Mac OS should be in Mac OS 11 version or later version in order for you to install Ryujinx. If you're from Linux, you can download the installer here. And if you're from Windows, just like me, you can get the installer here. So I have already installed Ryujinx, and I'm just going to skip on this part because the download installation process is really easy to do. And that anyone can do this. It's really straightforward, okay? So any noob can do this. I'm just going to minimize this, and I'm going to assume that you have already installed Ryujinx. So open Ryujinx now, run the emulator. If this is your first installation, be sure to run it now. You'll be met with certain errors saying that you'll need some certain files installed in Ryujinx Emulator in order for you to play Switch games. So what are those files? So these are all the files that you needed. A Nintendo Switch keys, both version 15 and 16. We need both of them because the version 16 only has an updated product key. Okay, so the firmware should be in version 16 in order for you to run and play Bayonetta Origins. Okay, so the game should be in NSP or XEI format so that Ryujinx Emulator will be able to detect and play the game. So if you're asking me where to get all of these files, legally speaking, okay, in the legal way, the legal sense is that you should own a Nintendo Switch console, then you mod it and you install a custom firmware in it. So if it has a custom firmware installed in it, it means that you can access your Nintendo Switch system files. Once you have access, just copy all the keys and firmware files into your PC. And to get the game, there's no other way, but you should buy the game, should own the game, have a physical copy of the game, and digitally back it up into an XEI file format so that you'll have a copy of it forever, okay? So both XEI or NSP file format is the formats that Ryujinx will be able to detect and play. So if you don't have a Nintendo Switch, or if you have a Switch but don't know how to mod or install a custom firmware into your Switch, then I'm just going to save you the hassle and teach you where to get all these files. So in order for you to get all these files, I'm just going to leave a QR code here wherein you can scan it with your QR code reader into your mobile phone so that you'll be redirected to the page wherein you can get all of these files that I have here. So once you are in approoms.com, all you have to do is just hover down in the middle part of the page so that you'll get the game, Bayonetta Origins Cereza and the Lost Demon in an NSP file format. Once you have that, you can now get the Nintendo Switch keys and the Nintendo Switch firmware, which can be seen or can be found in the bottom part of the website. So be sure to check out the entirety of the website so that you'll be able to get all these files here, okay? So I'm going to assume that you already have a copy of these files, just like mine here, that I have put in my desktop. It's time to install them into Ryujinx Emulator. To do this, just go to File, go to Open Ryujinx folder, and then open System folder, and then open version 15 of the keys first. And then all you have to do is just copy and paste these files into this folder. This folder should be empty because it's your first installation. Close in this one. Now open version 16 for the keys. As you can see here, it only has product keys. So we'll just have to replace the old one with the new one. Close in that. Close this folder. Close in this. And now it's time to install the firmware. To do this, just go to Tools, Install a firmware from XEI or zip file. Click on that. And then choose firmware version 16 in order for you to install the firmware. And it'll say I have to install, yes, and successfully installed. Okay, you'll know that it's successful because it will say here system version 16.00. It will be the same as the firmware, and also it will detect your Switch games and it will show their game icons. So if there is no game icons, that means that you're using an outdated firmware or keys or that you have a fake one. So be sure to check on that. Now, the next step now is to optimize your Ryujinx Emulator so that you'll be able to play Bayonetta Origins Cereza and The Lost Demon to your PC with no issues, okay? To do this, just go to Options, go to Settings, and then just pause the video and copy every setting that you see from here on out, okay? Now, the game directories is where you put your Switch games. It could be anywhere into your PC as long as you know where it is. The game should be, again, in XCI or NSB file format. That is the only format that Ryujinx is capable of playing. Now, go to Input. It is better to use a controller rather than using a mouse and keyboard because that is really hard to do while playing Switch games. To configure, just go to Player 1, hit Configure, and your controller will be detected here if you have one. So I've been using a Pro controller and it's been mapped up accordingly. And if you don't have one, then you can use your Xbox or PlayStation controller or any controller at all that can be detected into your PC. And then you can set them up into 0.20% so that there will be no drifting in your playthrough. And once done, hit save. Now go to System. This is the most important part. Be sure to copy everything here and pause it. Pause the video, just copy everything. And in the Graphics tab, this is the most important, the Graphics tab. Graphics backend multi-threading should be on. Graphics backend should be in Vulkan. The preferred GPU is your RTX graphics card or any graphics card that you have a dedicated one. Be sure to check on that. Enhancement, it should be enable shader cache and enable macro HLE. Your resolution scale should be 2 times resolution so that the game will look sharper and much more beautiful. But if your PC cannot handle that, then you can just switch to the native resolution, which is the native resolution for the Switch. But for me, 2 times resolution is the best because I have a 1440p monitor and my graphics card can handle that. Now, post-processing effects should be none. Upscale is set to bilinear and isotropic filtering should be auto, and aspect ratio should be 16:9 and hit apply and save. Now, Ryujinx Emulator is now fully capable of running Bayonetta Origins Cereza and The Lost Demon with no issues, no graphical bugs, and it will run maximum performance. And all of your Switch games too. So a little bit of disclaimer, I'm going to show you guys a gameplay of Bayonetta Origins Cereza and The Lost Demon here in my video tutorial because we all know that Nintendo and YouTube are really strict in this kind of content. And they want it to be shown on the internet or in YouTube because if I show you that I'm running this game into my PC, then my channel will be taken down and this video tutorial will be taken down. So to save myself from the hassle, I'm not going to show you guys, but to show you some proof, okay, so guys, please do understand. So to show you some proof, I'm going to boot up into the title screen of the game. And once it is the title screen, I'm just going to stop the emulation, okay? And also, I'm just going to blur the screen here on this part here so that Nintendo will not be able to hit me with their copyright strike into my video tutorials. Okay, so I hope you guys please do understand. So now I am in the title screen and it is running quite well. So I'm just going to stop the emulation now. So as you can see, if you follow the steps, then you'll be able to play Bayonetta Origins Cereza and The Lost Demon with no issues at all. So if you have some questions regarding the installation process of Bayonetta Origins Cereza and The Lost Demon into your PC, then just leave a comment in the comment section below and I will try my best to answer all of them. And please do subscribe to my channel if you like this kind of content. This will help me out. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Goodbye for now.